Good evening. It's great to have you with us on this Friday night. I'm 𝗦𝘂𝗀𝗀𝗃 in for David. And we begin with the new revelations in the redacted version of the affidavit used to justify the search of former President Trump's Florida home. The affidavit stating that documents retrieved from Mar-a-Lago back in January contained top-secret national defense information, including some from clandestine human sources. And there was reason to believe that more sensitive documents remained there. The redacted affidavit, 38 pages in all, about half of those pages blacked out. And in a companion document, the DOJ explains that some of those redactions aim to protect, quote, a significant number of civilian witnesses from possible retaliation or intimidation. But not redacted, a new tally of what was in those 15 boxes found in January. 184 classified documents, 92 secret, and 25 marked as top secret, mixed in with other records. Also unredacted, the probable cause or possible crimes behind the FBI's search, the belief that there were more classified materials at Mar-a-Lago, and evidence of obstruction. Details released today show attempts by the National Archives to retrieve those documents had begun more than a year ago. And tonight, how former President Trump is responding. ABC's chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl leads us off.
Today, we are getting a glimpse of some of the evidence that convinced a federal judge that a search of Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home would reveal evidence crimes had been committed. The Justice Department's affidavit is heavily redacted. Roughly half of the 38 pages are blacked out, but there is significant new information. The document reveals that well before the search, Trump had already been found to have taken highly classified information, including some from clandestine human sources. That is, secrets obtained from foreign agents and spies. That's what authorities had found in the 15 boxes of material Trump had turned over to the National Archives back in January, well before the search of Mar-a-Lago, material the archives had been trying to get for months. Those 15 boxes, the affidavit reveals, included 184 documents marked classified, including 67 marked confidential, 92 marked secret, and 25 marked top secret. The affidavit described a jumble of newspapers, magazines, photos, miscellaneous printouts, notes, personal and presidential records, and, quote, a lot of classified records. Authorities were concerned that highly classified records were unfolded, intermixed with other records, and otherwise improperly identified. Trump's team handed over still more documents in June. But the affidavit said, quote, there is probable cause to believe that documents containing classified NDI, that is, national defense information, remained at Mar-a-Lago. It's unclear what that national defense information was or how investigators knew it was at Trump's home. The next 7 paragraphs of the affidavit are entirely blacked out. DOJ contends the heavy redactions were necessary, quote, to protect the safety and privacy of a significant number of civilian witnesses and to protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation. DOJ argued probable cause exists to believe that evidence, contraband, fruits of crime, or other items illegally possessed would be found at Mar-a-Lago. The judge agreed, granting the search warrant, which then turned up more than 20 additional boxes of records, some of the material highly classified.
Jonathan Karl joining us now from Washington. And John, former President Trump was quick to respond to the release of this affidavit.
In fact, the former president put out several statements today calling the investigation a witch hunt, insisting that he has done nothing wrong. But privately, some of those closest to Trump are concerned about the legal jeopardy he faces and have been urging him to bring in a heavy-hitting criminal defense team. But I am told that several attorneys that the Trump team have reached out to have turned them down, and in at least one case actually refused or declined to return the phone call at all.